Right as we moved into 2026, airlines and airport systems quietly rolled out new international rules. Not loud announcements, not emails, silent updates buried deep inside procedures. And if you're over 65, these changes are aimed directly at you. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Whenever new rules appear, there's a hidden gap between what exists and what passengers actually know. That gap is where airlines make money, charging for things that should be free, denying assistance that's already guaranteed. But if you understand these updated rules, your entire airport experience shifts. Security becomes less stressful, boarding gets calmer. You're no longer the vulnerable traveler trying to keep up. You're the one in control. Rule 1. The medical exemption most agents still ignore. Since late 2025, if you carry medical essentials, CPAP machines, insulin, heart medication, medical liquids, you are no longer required to remove them from your bag at security in many international airports. Less stress, faster screening, no awkward public explanations. But here's the catch. Many agents are still running on outdated procedures. They may still ask you to remove items that are officially exempt. Most travelers comply instead of knowing better. Before your bag enters the scanner, say clearly, "I'm using the updated medical exemption policy for health devices." Then, if needed, medical devices are exempt under current regulations. Say it once, calm, firm. Watch how their tone changes instantly. Rule 2. The boarding advantage they won't offer you. If you're over 65 and have any mobility limitation, even something mild like knee pain, joint stiffness, or difficulty standing too long, you are entitled to assisted boarding. Not wheelchair only, not special cases. You board earlier, you secure your bag without stress, you sit down before the chaos begins. Airlines classify this under special services, which means they almost never offer it unless you ask. So most people keep struggling through boarding when they didn't have to. At the gate, say, "I'd like to add assisted boarding to my reservation." No extra fee, no elite status, no complicated process. One sentence and you're ahead of the crowd, not fighting through it. Rule 3. You should never be separated again. One of the biggest fears for older travelers isn't security, it's being separated from the person helping them, a spouse, a child, a caregiver. For years, airports made this worse, but updated accessibility rules between 2025 and 2026 made one thing very clear. If you receive mobility or medical assistance, your companion has the right to stay with you from security all the way to boarding. No separation, no exceptions. Airlines don't advertise this, so if you don't ask, it doesn't happen. At check-in, say, "We're traveling together and I receive mobility assistance. Please link our boarding." Even with separate bookings, agents can synchronize your groups. Then confirm with, "Can you link my companion to my mobility assistance?" One request, you stay together from start to finish. Rule 4. The mobility assistance upgrade that fixes everything. You request a wheelchair and then you're alone. Left at security, forgotten near the gate, waiting with no idea who's responsible. That's not bad luck. That's how the system used to work. But in 2025 to 2026, accessibility rules were tightened globally. Airports are now required to provide continuous mobility assistance, from check-in all the way to your seat. No gaps, no handoffs that leave you stranded. But you only get this upgraded service if you activate it correctly. Don't say, "I need a wheelchair." Say, "Can you arrange continuous mobility assistance from check-in to boarding?" That one word, continuous, changes everything. And if you request this at least 48 hours before your flight, you can often get a dedicated assistant for the entire journey. Lock it in with, "Please note continuous assistance with no staff changes." That's not a request anymore. That's a protocol. Rule 5. The seat you can take without paying. Airlines charge for comfort, and they've trained you to accept it. Aisle seat? Pay. More legroom? Pay. But under updated international aviation rules, if you have mobility limitations, circulation issues, or joint problems, you can request an accessible seat at no extra cost, even seats that are normally paid upgrades.
An aisle seat means standing up easily. Front rows reduce walking distance. Accessible rows reduce pain, risk, and fatigue. This isn't a favor, it's a right. At check-in or the gate, say, "I need an accessible seat due to mobility reasons under current regulations." No medical certificate required. If they hesitate, ask for the accessibility officer. Every airline is required to have one. Then, "I'm requesting an accessible seat under current aviation regulations. Can you check availability?" Calm, direct, firm, and the paid seat becomes available. Rule 6, the medication mistake that can ruin your flight. Most people place their medication in the overhead bin thinking it's safe, but temperatures up there can fluctuate significantly. For insulin, heart treatments, and temperature-sensitive drugs, that quietly reduces effectiveness. Under updated aviation rules, crew members are required to store temperature-sensitive medication in the aircraft refrigerator when requested, not as a favor, as an obligation. But flight attendants rarely mention it because it creates extra work, so unless you ask, it doesn't happen. The moment you board, say, "I have medication that needs to be kept cold. Can you store it in the crew refrigerator?" Keep it in a small, clearly labeled bag for easy return. Then, this medication must be kept at a controlled temperature. Regulations allow cabin storage. Say it once, now it's official, not optional. Rule 7, the quiet rooms hidden inside airports. Since late 2025, many international airports have introduced low-stimulation quiet areas and accessibility spaces for passengers who need assistance or reduced stress environments. If you're over 65 using mobility support or medical assistance, you may be allowed in. Not luxury lounges, something far more valuable. Silence, less crowd pressure, a place to sit and breathe, especially after long connections. But airports don't promote these spaces. No signs, no announcements, no obvious access. Once registered for assisted boarding, simply ask, "Where is the accessibility lounge or quiet area?" Staff will often escort you directly. Use this, "I have assisted boarding. Do I have access to a quiet or accessibility area?" One question, and you're no longer waiting in chaos. You're resting in control. Rule 8, the extra bag they can't charge you for. At the gate, you're told, "One carry-on, one personal item." You show up with a small medical cooler and it gets questioned immediately. Most people give in, but under updated airport security rules, passengers carrying essential medical items are allowed a separate medical bag, and it does not count towards your carry-on limit. Carry-on, personal item, and medical bag, all allowed, no extra fees. Many agents still follow older rules, so if you don't know this, you lose automatically. When questioned, say, "This is a medical bag allowed under current regulations for health-related items." Then, "This medical bag is exempt. It contains protected health items." One sentence, no argument. The conversation ends. Rule 11, the exact words that change how staff treat you. Airlines don't respond to emotion, they respond to key words. You can say, "I need help," and nothing really happens, but say the right phrase and the entire system reacts differently. Airline systems are now more automated. They flag passengers based on specific service codes, not general requests. If you don't use the right wording, you don't exist in the system. Here's the phrase that changes everything. "I have a special service request registered on my reservation." The moment you say that, you're flagged for priority handling, earlier boarding, mobility support, better connection coordination. To activate it before your trip, call and say, "Please add mobility assistance for a passenger over 65 to my reservation." Then confirm at the airport, "Can you verify my special service request is active?" That one sentence triggers protocols most passengers never see. Rule 10, they can't force you to check this bag. The flight is full, bins are tight, and gate staff say, "We need to check your carry-on." Most people don't argue, but if your carry-on contains medical items, assistive devices, or essential health equipment, airlines cannot force you to check it without your consent. CPAP machines, medication bags, therapeutic supports, mobility aids. The risk of giving it up, heat damage, loss, delay, arriving without something you depend on. When pressure builds, look them in the eye and say, "This is a medical bag. It must remain in the cabin under current regulations." No apology, just clarity. Attach a visible medical tag to your bag. Staff are trained to treat those differently. Then, "I need to keep this with me for health reasons. It's protected under medical carry-on regulations." One sentence, the pressure stops. Rule 11, the hidden fee waivers most people never ask for. No mention on websites, no notification in your booking, no reminder at check-in. But it exists. Many airlines, both U.S. and international, now apply fee waivers for passengers over 65 under updated internal policies. Seat change fees, same-day change fees, call center charges, certain penalties, real savings. But if you don't ask, you pay. Airlines won't volunteer this. When speaking with an agent, say, "Can you apply any of